You blackguard!
Welcome back. It's Beyond Territory. It's Doug again. This episode I'm going to focus on the command group, the 1st regiment that I'm painting for my black powder army. So I'm going to take you through how I'm going to paint them. Obviously there's lots of different ways, but this is the way I'm kind of teaching myself at the moment to get through it. So feel free to follow, see what's happening, like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Thank you very much. So I just start off by basing in a light grey all my miniatures, and as always I like to paint in batches, so I'm going to do all my command group, all the same colours at the same time. First colour I'm going to apply is Cadian Flesh Tone from Citadel. I tend to use a mixture of Citadel paints and Vallejo paints because that's what I have, I suppose. Any other suggestions of paints, please let us know. It's just, I suppose, what you tend to start with and have. So take your time. Work around the details. Ears, don't forget ears. Hands. Okay, next colour. Use the flat yellow. And I'm going to come in for the officer's uniform. So taking my time. Focus on all the yellow parts, the areas of the yellow parts. So and his collars. Next bit, off-white, and on here I'm going to focus on his webbing, straps going across, also his feather. I'll paint the whole thing white to begin with. It'll be half red and half white in the end, but a nice white down first. Okay. All the straps for his water bottle, and then the tails. So, and his trousers. Okay, next colour is Balthasar Gold, and I'll use that as a bronze. Some of the metallic parts. So on the officer, it will be for the hand guard on his sword and knuckle guard. I think that's what it's called, but it goes down here. Next colour I'm going to use is Champty Bone, and I'm going to use that for the bread bags on the British officer and the command group. That sits on the back of his hip, underneath his water bottle. Next colour I'm going to use is Calgar Blue, and I'm going to use that for the water bottles. I need to make sure is that I keep the white of the webbing strap white. Next colour I use a Scarlet Red, and I'm going to start to put in his red jacket. Okay, next colour, I've mixed a little bit of the Scarlet Red with a tad of black to get a darker red for the sash. Next colour, a little bit of Lead Belcher. For this, I'm going to focus on the sword basically. Next colour, Abaddon Black for the hats, boots, any other leathery bits that I've missed. Okay. Just taking time, making sure details are in for the hat, his boots. Okay, the next colour I'm going to use for the command group is German camo brown, medium brown, and I'm going to use that basically for the hair. I should probably swap for a smaller brush, but we're going to go for it with a bigger one. Last colour I'm going to add in is Administratum Grey, light grey. I'm going to just use this on, just going to use it on the epaulette for the officers. First wash, Reichland Flesh shade, and I'm quite generous with it. Focusing all the flesh areas of his face and his hands. Okay, next colour, Agrex Earth shade for all the minis. So just all over the mini, I'm going to apply the Agrex Earth shade to get a bit of tone. Okay, next colour is the Kiselev Flesh, and that's going to be highlighting the flesh on the model. What I'm going to be focusing on is bridge on the nose, cheekbones, the lips, and then the knuckles on the hand. Next colour I'm going to go into is the yellow again, just to make it pop a little bit more, but I'm going to focus on the edges. Next bit is the colour on the epaulette. I'm just going to go back in, like a touch up with the grey on the epaulette, and also a bit of a dry brush with grey on the edge of the hat. Okay, next colour is to add white back in a little bit, touching up, so do it very lightly on the feather, keeping the depth in the leather. Start to work out all the different shadows and depth in the uniform. I'm now going to use dark vermilion, a brighter red, just to highlights, just to bring some highlights into the uniform. And on the sash. Okay, there we go, he's done. And now it's just time for basing.